We're going to talk about Mortal Kombat 2. We're going to talk about the fights, the fatalities, and whether this sequel actually delivers the unapologetic, R-rated cinematic pulp we want. But to truly understand why this specific movie is sitting in theatres right now, why the 90s are suddenly everywhere again, we've got to look at what's scaring the absolute hell out of Hollywood.
Nostalgia. You're a tourist in your own youth.
Get ready to feel the heat of Mortal Kombat 2.
Getting old sucks.
Barring any last-minute delays, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to drop later this year and make more money in its opening weekend than the top 10 movies of 2026 combined. And Hollywood's actually terrified. Instead of figuring out how to tell better stories though, they've decided to just scrape the bottom of a very specific gold-plated barrel. Our youth. Look at the theatrical slate right now. We have a new take on The Mummy. Fight Club is back in cinemas in 4K, Masters of the Universe has been resurrected next month, the Wayans brothers are dusting off a scary movie again. This year is giving us both Mortal Kombat 2 and a new Street Fighter movie, a literal repeat of the 94-95 release calendar. The 90s bubble isn't just back, it's an industrial scale mining operation, and the studios know exactly what they're doing. They're banking on the fact that the generation who grew up on these IPs now has the disposable income to chase the cinematic highs of our youth in better resolution. They're weaponizing our childhoods. It used to be that adapting a video game into a movie was a fundamental mismatch of mediums because film is passive and gaming is active.
Oh shit.
But since the dawn of streaming, those definitions are blurring. We're living in a world where millions consume their media vicariously through others. Let's be honest. Is watching Joel's trauma in The Last of Us through a PewDiePie
he's the guy they were looking for.
Reaction window in the corner of your screen anywhere near as impactful as sitting in a dark bedroom?
Whoa! What the fuck?
Controller in hand, actively complicit in the narrative? Of course not. I was about 10 years old when Mortal Kombat 2 hit arcades. There was a tactile magic to huddling over a dog-eared copy of a Games Master magazine.
Hello, Games Master. Oh, dear.
Frantically memorising a D-pad sequence and risking your 50p coin at the cabinet to see if it actually worked. And rumours. You'd hear from a kid whose cousin's friend supposedly unlocked a secret character by doing 2 flawless victories, and the internet didn't exist to immediately shut those rumours down. There was a mystique to childhood and a sense of wonder, punctuated with blood and bones. That specific dirty rumour mill energy is what modern Hollywood keeps trying to bottle and sell back to us, but they sanitize it. Not every trip to the cinema needs to challenge the human condition. Sometimes a movie just needs to be self-aware, violently dumb, but one that understands its roots. And that brings us to the actual movie sitting in theatres right now. Mortal Kombat 2, does it capture that visceral 1993 arcade magic? Now before sitting down, you know this film's not going to win any Academy Awards. I've not come for that. I've come tonight to watch this because I want to turn off the part of my brain that's worrying about the rent increase that's come in this month, the council tax increase. I desperately need to not think about my daughter's ever escalating costume fees for musical theatre performances. I don't want prestige right now. I want to transport myself back to 1993, back to that visceral sticky floor when a 50p coin rests on the edge of an arcade cabinet and knowing the exact sequence of button pushes could get me all the clout I needed as a 10-year-old. Look, I know what I'm looking for, so the only question is, does Mortal Kombat 2 actually deliver? Just sat in a packed IMAX screening for the preview night, and honestly, yes it does. It's a fun, unashamedly dumb popcorn flick that passes any kind of 50p arcade test you have. You have to remember, the first movie came out in that weird post-COVID bubble. It was a day-and-date streaming release. So while it did crazy good numbers online, it completely missed out on any communal cinema experience. They've tried to fix that with going big, shooting the fights with actual IMAX cameras. Sometimes it looks genuinely great. The Liu Kang versus Kung Lao fight is easily the visual highlight of the film, but other times you're staring at some glaringly, blatantly obvious green screen. And that visual inconsistency bleeds into the actual well, blood. It's rated 15 here in the UK, and it definitely puts gore in gorgeous, but it's surprisingly tame if you hold it up against modern heavy hitters like Terrifier. Part of that is due to a baffling lighting choice. The film's often weirdly, frustratingly dark. You have moments where a guy's head will get sliced wide open, but instead of that bright, classic arcade red blood, it looks almost grey because the lighting's so muddy. But despite that murky grading, the violence isn't statistic. It's pulpy, it's spine-ripping, Saturday morning cartoon violence, which is exactly the kind of tone it needs to strike. When the film does stumble, it's because the filmmakers occasionally forget what movie they're trying to make, and they introduce this alien concept called a plot. Like, they spend way too much time chewing on exposition. The writing's straight up video game cutscene quality, which genuinely drags the pacing down. Add in the constant use of necromancy and resurrection, there's basically zero actual stakes here. Death in this universe is just a minor inconvenience and a respawn timer. The cast is a bit of a mixed bag. The undeniable highlights are Kano again and Johnny Cage. Karl Urban gives us a sort of Billy Butcher-like wisecracker, and his specific art, especially his sequence and the ultimate outcome with Baraka, is great. I really enjoyed it. The problem is when you put Kano and Johnny Cage in the same room, it's like watching two Deadpools desperately trying to out-joke each other. At one point in the film, Cage makes a meta joke about Keanu Reeves killing 100 guys with a pencil. Here's a free tip. Do not reference John Wick, the absolute gold standard of modern Hollywood action cinema. When the fight scenes you're in, they're a stilted, heavily edited, awkward mess. Kind of leaves you with egg on your face. Goes without saying, this film doesn't hold a candle to something like The Raid in terms of action sequences. At the end of the day, the packed IMAX crowd was chuckling and cheering at the exact right moments. The 90s nostalgia was there, and if you have a passing interest in this one, I mean, Mortal Kombat 2 is not going to get anyone new coming, but if you enjoyed the previous one, go catch it ASAP. Experiencing this movie on the big screen, surrounded by a passionate vocal audience, that is the reaction video. We don't need a streamer in the corner.
Get over here!
Get the whip!
Movies are escapism, and this one offers a unique, bloody form of it for a very specific audience, so embrace it. This one delivers on its promise, no more, no less. Because at the end of the day, regardless of whether this movie was a flawless victory or just a fun distraction, we have to acknowledge why we're all sitting in the dark watching it. The cost of living crisis, the stress, and the generally overwhelming weight of just existing right now. It's entirely okay to go sit in a screen and chase that 50p arcade magic of your youth. Use cinema for what it was fundamentally built for, pure, unapologetic escapism. But just remember, the nostalgia is just a band-aid. Hiding in a dark room for 2 hours is a great vacation, but it doesn't fix any underlying struggles waiting for you in the lobby. Address the root causes of the weight you're carrying. It's always okay to talk. It's always okay to reach out. Because if you don't, you're going to fall into the modern trap of just watching other people live. Watching someone else consume and regurgitate content on a stream, it's an echo of an experience, and ultimately it will only exasperate your own emptiness. Go out and experience things yourselves, talk to people, fill your own cup up, don't drink from others. This movie doesn't need a reaction streamer to validate you.
It's showtime.
Would you like to know more?
Movies, popcorn.